Ji Bhaiya. So, namaste to all the leaders, policymakers of various universities gathered at NITTR. So, I am Supraja, leading as a UHV University Coordinator. I am happy to discuss today in this forum about the efforts taken for the implementation of holistic value-based education at our university, SRM-IST, and its impact. So even though we had a different value education course way from 2004, right from NEP articulation, our institution wants to understand and made the effort towards understanding this universal human values and its proposal. So during COVID, we could see there is an imbalanced mindset of the people towards this wellness and well-being. So that is a time I got an opportunity to attend this UHV FDP in an offline mode. And I found this content helped me to resolve many of my own concern in personal as well as in the professional life. So I was able to see the potential of this content and its scope for the societal development. So we sincerely wanted to work and understand what is the need of this value education. So one side, we witness the development in the education as well as in the education institution across the country. But other side, we could also see that aspirations and concerns of the individuals are also increasing, especially the stress, mental health problem, relationship issues. And I could see in my students, the direction for life is clueless. So the reason behind, I found that the holistic vision for the life is not clear, so it needs the clarity on what to do, that understanding part before how to do the learning part. And also when we see this present education system, majorly we focused more on this how to do but and how to make money, how to make things, but there is no clarity what to do with it or what to do for life. What is the purpose of life? So also we had a question, is our education resolving the present day problems and focus on basic fulfillment like happiness, what is the meaning of relationship, how to have self-regulation on health. So we could see that current education is majorly focused on the placement and focused on the skills for the physical facility. That is preparing our students only for the job, not for their life. So we understood that there is a need to develop a plan related to the education that focused on this right understanding, relationship, and the skill for the physical. And it should mainly focus towards the solution rather than major focus is now towards the problem. So one such example that we could witness is we need to develop a program to improve the health rather than only keep treating the disease. So this we found. So through this holistic value-based education with the motto of well-being for all, we propose the objective for our value education cell that is connecting all the four level, which we briefly discussed in our UHV. And then we thought that university-wide things to be formalized. So there were a discussion made with the leaders and policymakers, and that this discussion was in a multiple round. um, we checked with the higher officials. Most of their times are they are busy with resolving the conflicts than they want to do a productive work, but they are very much occupied in resolving this conflict. So they felt this need to be addressed. So we shared our experience, what we have, what helped me, and how it can help my fellow faculty members and students. And we also discussed upon the potential impact that we could bring in the student life, and also how this value-based education will change the institutional reputation. And we also presented in front of our higher officials few evidence of how this universal human values has enhanced the self-discipline and also better relationship among the people. And we also showed them the efforts taken by AICT and also some of the pilot programs and case studies from another university. Especially we took the example of AKG that has successfully integrated these values and they have focused these measurable benefits. So this has been presented to our leaders, and whenever there is a possibility, we bring in these leaders to the various initiatives of the UHV during the FDPs. We involve them to listen to the some of the faculty sharings. And we were very patient enough because we understood it. The understanding of this takes time for us. So we were repeatedly went to the deans and higher ups. We had so many round of discussion in many different programs because understanding will take time. So then they felt I'm not only asking them to do this thing, but they felt I'm also equally responsible enough to take this initiative forward. So they appointed me as a university coordinator for taking this initiative. And with the support of our higher ups, we formed the Constitution of Value Education Cell that has been headed by our Vice Chancellor, sir. Then we have Registrar, sir, and Pro Vice Chancellors and Deans of various disciplines. And the policies have been implemented to include this UHV as a course in various disciplines that includes engineering and technology, medical, FSH, etc. And a lot of support from the management as and when required. And few of them have been mentioned here. So faculty duty leave has been provided to facilitate them to attend these FDPs. We have conducted around 14 FDPs in our institution in this past 2.5 years. They have been given a complete support by providing a duty leave, and every workshop has been self-funded. So they have been allocated this annual budget of around some 25 lakhs to 30 lakhs every year for this UHV program. And this program is extended till the evening. So the faculties have been provided with the additional transportation support, and points has been given for the faculty promotion and appraisal to make them to understand that such programs are important for their life. So these are the support we have received from the management right from the initial level. And now SRM has understood that need of value education, and we need to try it sincerely. And we went for the different stages of value education cell. So the first stage is preparing this faculty members. So to bring in the awareness to the faculty members about what is this UHV. Initially, we used to send a lot of mails to our faculty members, but there would not be any response. It's just like UHV is not for me. So such kind of mindset they do have. And then I felt it's me in this process. I have seen this. So faculties may ignore mail because they didn't able to see what is the idea behind it. So it's my responsibility to create an awareness and help them to see that the relevance of this course in every single course which they teach. So I started integrating. I made a trailer made course for every department, and that has been discussed in every discipline. And almost a 40 plus awareness programs have been conducted. And this is the slot based. See, for each department, I have conducted in 2 slots. So made them to facilitate them to attend either one of these slots. And also we introduced these concepts in faculty induction program. Whenever the new faculties was in the universities, we used to conduct FRAP program, and in that the UHV slot for was given for us to talk about this universal human values and give the awareness. So out of based on these programs, we could able to reach at least 70% of our faculty population to understand that there is such program called UHV, which is very helpful for life. So initially there was a lot of hesitation why I should attend such programs. So we start with the small activity. So this is one such activity which we start during this awareness program. I used to share this number sheet to all my faculty members, and I asked them to reach from number one to connect number 90. So 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, like that, they need to find the numbers and they need to connect from number 1 to 90. And to begin with the activity, we'll give 3 minutes to find this number 1 to 90. After 3 minutes, I just check with my faculty how many you could able to reach. And they used to say like, yeah, 22 or 25, or max to max, they say some 29 to 31. And then I used to ask them why you want to do this. They all mentioned that we want to reach more number like 31 or 35, or we need to reach this 90 faster. And then I used to share the another set of a sheet, and I asked them to put a matrix like this, just put the matrix. Now I said just 2 minutes time for now. Now you start connecting the same 1 to 90, and this time only 2 minutes is the time. And then the faculty rush to start the game again. So they start connecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when they reach around some 11, 12, they found this, the Connectivity is just every number is there in one single box. So this is multiples of ones, multiples of twos. So additions of ones, additions of two, though they can able to connect number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that, able to connect all the number. And they found this pattern easily once they reached 11, and some of them have completed within 2 minutes, and many of them felt like already they found the pattern and they don't want to reach till 90. They found the pattern and they are happy. And when I asked the question, initially you rushed to complete till 90. And during the second time, what is learning from this particular activity? People said, how many of you has taken effort to understand to why I need to do such kind of activity? The moment I say you want to reach from number 1 to 90, everybody rush to finish rather than trying to understand. If you could spend at least 1 or 2 minutes time to understand what it is, ultimately you would have reached 90 or not, but you could have understand the whole pattern. This is missing in our life currently. Say, for example, we are all trying to rush what's next in our life rather than understanding what it is. So this was my first activity when I reached this faculty, and I asked such kind of question which really triggered them as well. Did you ever understand? We keep aspiring for many things in our life every day, running behind many things. We need to catch number 1, 2, 3 till 90. We keep catching. But what is the purpose? Do I understand? Do I really need to understand what is life? So such kind of questions triggered them. So after this, there are a lot of discussion among the faculty members, and the regular sharing about I started. Then there is a lot of mails about this online FDP, and we started conducting this offline FDP's workshop to introduce this concept. And discipline wise, we have come up with the action plan, and we also integrated this value systems in their teaching methodology, how to be with the kids, how to put themselves as a role model in front of the students, and also regular the team meetings, and also a lot of forums we opened up for the faculty to discuss this UHV. And we developed that for the teachers, we developed the resource, what kind of case studies they can share, what kind of examples they can share, what kind of activities they can do it in the class. So those things we have developed, and we encourage them to be in touch with this content weekly meeting and involve them in many volunteering. And initially this weekly meeting was with SRM, and slowly we expanded it to the whole regional level. And lot of time we had an informal discussion, one-to discussion with the faculties who have undergone this FDP. So through the sensitization, the faculty members start attending this FDP, and they experimentally validated and found this content is very much useful. And they started motivating many faculties to undergo this UHV FDP. So there is a lot of demand that faculty wants to take up these courses in the offline mode. So in that way, we regularly have such kind of FDP. So as outcome, some 14 plus FDPs has been organized in past 2.5 years. And because of these efforts, some 1/3 of faculty population out of SRM of 4,000, it's 2,000 plus faculties has been underwent this UHV introductory, and 800 plus faculty members have been gone through this UHV2 program. And we also conducted this advanced level program like holistic health, UHV3 and UHV4. And we have nominated the campus wise coordinator who have underwent UHV2 3, they have been nominated as coordinators for different disciplines. And regular continuous faculty development is required, because the content exploration is one side and the depth of the content is equally important. So we encourage them to attend a lot of weekly meetings, and they involve them in the activities and project meeting. And we didn't set any target that this much we need to reach, like what ACTS mentioned, but we want to take this content for the development of right understanding to all the human being. So we also want to prepare our faculty in the all 8 modules of EHV. So encouraging them to deepen their exploration process that involves morning sessions, and also put them in the activities of regional and national level. So some of the impacts that faculty have felt, some of the impacts has been mentioned. 92% of faculty felt that the UHV has a greater potential for the self as well as that will reflect in the societal development also. And many through their sharing, we could able to witness there was a personal transformation and there is increase in the clarity in the purpose of their life. And they themselves felt they are become more responsible and they have committed themselves to the self development, and they nowadays they could able to handle their personal and professional issues in a better way. So these were the impacts which we could see in the faculty level. And um, and to extend this university-wide support for the administrators to see and feel the importance of UHV, we have discussed these things with the administrator whenever and wherever it is possible with the small meetings to share their experience. So we had a practice of regular meeting with the higher ups like deans and directors. And after FDPs of every faculty FDP, we will take them as a small group to their HODs and the deans, and these faculties will share their experience and exploration what they have underwent. And we also encourage these senior faculties to facilitate our UHV program where they will listen to the sharings of the faculties, and a lot of open discussions happen how to integrate this values in different new courses which are coming around. So also we created a platform as a newsletters where seniors can share their insight, and also the faculty success stories has been shared where the seniors is able to read those things. So with this, we once we found that there is an acceptance for this content in the management level, we have arranged a management development program for them as well. So initially there was little hesitation, but what we did is like we because there was a lot of work, so we blocked the dates combined with the 2 holidays, so facilitate them to have um, less number of working days, which doesn't create any issues for their regular activity. And then we went to each and every deans and director, had a one-on-one discussion. That is an effort to make them understand what is the need, what has happened in our own life, what is the transformation which we could found, and how it can be helpful for them. So such kind of discussion with each and every director, more than 45 minutes, we spend time spending with them. And we also during they also attended UHV 2 FDP. In the UHV management development program, there was 73 deans and directors heads have attended, and UHV 2 5-day program, 62 deans and directors of HODs and senior professors have been attended. During that UHV 2 program, we went and also recapped the UHV introductory concepts, helping them to follow up how can they be support to participate in such kind of programs. And whenever there is a support required, say for example registration or any kind of food, we have taken care of everything. So it is generally to facilitate them to attend this program. And few of the testimonials from our deans, directors, HOD about their transformation after UHV MDP. So one of my director has mentioned his relationship with his wife and children is getting better, and he usually shout at his driver if he's not on time. And after this MDP, he was little he was started having a discussion with him what has happened exactly. I try to understand rather than immediate reaction. So such kind of reflections has come out from our deans. And in our dean, former dean TV Gopal sir has mentioned, complementing is better than making a competition among the faculties. So that was one of his takeaway. So such higher ups can able to see that this content has so much potential. So those after the outcome of those MDP, the HODs and higher ups started encouraging the faculties to attend this UHV FDPs whenever the proposal we have kept. They send their faculties to attend. In fact, they are encouraging every faculty to attend such kind of workshops, and increased faculty and student engagement. There is a lot of discussions happening in the classroom, and it also helps the strengthening of students and staff relationship. And inside this campus, we could see usually prior to the UHV exploration, there was a discussion among some two people that there will be a discussion upon like third person. But now we could see that campus culture, there is a positive shift that UHV, through UHV exploration, the proposals are started discussion. So many meaningful discussions are happening. And we want to conduct this survey, pre and post survey, to see the changes in the faculty and in the students' life. So we were integrating some focus, we organized some focus group to gather this qualitative as well as the quantitative feedback. And we also keep on developing a process in the area of all the improvement. And we are now creating a book of impacts to track the changes in the student behavior and also among this community. So these are some of the impacts after this MDP program. And with this level of readiness of the faculty preparation, we want to take it to the students. So we have included this UHV in the academic curriculum for the students. So way from 2004, some value education courses was there, but in the 2022 only we adopt to the common UHV curriculum, which is more structured way. And we could see this UHV has a higher potential in its own content. So that one single course has been given to all the discipline in a structured manner. So we have implemented this SIP with UHV 1 module as recommended by AICT. And we had made it out of our own interest. It's not just because of AICT as mentioned to have it in a curriculum. And we also have implemented this UHP as a 3-credit mandatory course for the second year students of engineering and first year students of SNTech. And also in the medical unit, last year we had SIP for 15 hours, and this year we have implement UHV 2 course for the medical unit. And also UHV faculty mentor-mentee model and counseling cell model we are developing. Now it is in the process. And we want to take this content to the Alumni Connect as well. So we could see some impacts with the students, and few of the things are listed here, that the clarity of their own life at the individual level has been increased, and the stress, depressions, and the peer pressure has been reduced in the individual level. And when in the relationship part, the relationship with their own family has been increased, and they can able to do better work in the team. And also they become environmentally conscious. They have uh, nowadays they started attending a lot of outreach program. They are feel responsible to connect with the nature, and their projects are also oriented to the sustainable development, and such impacts has been visible in the student. And we could also say their participation in the outreach program was it's visibly increased. And this is one of my student reflection in my own class. The student was removed from the enrollment because his TC was not submitted. And he went and asked that faculty advisor, he already submitted, but then faculty advisor said, no, you haven't submitted. So the student was trying to find his TC certificate from his own place, and he went back to his native to find it. It is not there. And he went to his own school to get his TC, but it took 15 days time to get the FIR copy, and all these took lot of pressure in him. And he's about to detain since his enrollment was removed from the, his name was removed from the enrollment. He was so depressed at the time. And he came back and he finally got his TC, and he want to submit to his faculty advisor. But the faculty advisor, when he about to keep it in his file, he found the old TC was available. The students shared in my class that if it is early to UHV, I would have definitely have a fight with my faculty advisor. But now I understand my faculty advisor didn't do anything intentionally. Maybe it's just a mistake that he got, if I would have forget that I have submitted. And that student was into a detention state. But this faculty advisor went to Dean sir and apologized that it is his own mistake, and helped the student to come out of this detention. So now it was more into a relationship based rather than seeing their doubting each other. They started understanding each other. So this one reflection, I personally felt, okay, I have at least could see that visible change in one student. So this was a motivation as well. So some of the impacts we have, through survey, we could see a lot of impacts that has made in the student life as well. They have recommending this UHV course strongly to the juniors. Also, they have started participating in various social activities. and they want it into this such courses in the school levels.
Huh?
So our value education cell is making an effort to familiarize this UHV content to reach out everyone. So we have the recorded materials of this UHV introductory, UHV2 and MDP workshop. And with these are, we are placing this content in our YouTube channel. And we are also in the process to develop the self-learning course module for SIP. And in addition, we have developed a UHV resource center where all the reference book materials, and we have keeping this newsletter every semester once we have this newsletter. And also all the important links of UHV Foundation, AICT, and also our own things we have kept in our website. So these are some of the samples of our resource center. And developing SRM from the potential nodal center to the regional nodal center and national resource center. And we are in progress to develop our institution as a living model for this holistic value-based education and value-based living. So our university is currently working on these 10 points to incorporate, especially strengthening our UHV team with the dedicated faculty. Few faculty members who has been recruited for the same, and networking with the other institution, UHV-based counseling model, taking this UHV content to all the stakeholders, which includes parents, alumni, and to the nearby schools. And as an extension activity, already the UBA and other NSS units are working on the outreach activity. But basically, our UHV cell is focusing only on developing of this right understanding. So our experience at SRM that includes UHV in education, we could see that there is a good potential for addressing the student issues. And we could see that students also taking interest in understanding such kind of content. And we are preparing students for life who can contribute to the development of human society, not just for the jobs. While we made a good progress, we felt that we could do more. So SRM also participated and hosted this international conference in the November 2024, and recently the National UHV conference in April 2025. And our faculty is also, a few of our faculty also contributing as a member for the national efforts. And through many programs, we want to reach it to all the stakeholders, as I mentioned. And we are also coordinating with many other institutions. We are helping because as an individual university, we can do this much. So with the many more institutions participating, we can be a help to each other to realize the full potential. So that's why we extended our support by networking to the many institutions, and we help them to conduct this self-funded FDPs and how to orient this MDP. And ultimately, we want to reach this content to every human being. That is our target. Some of the outreach program pictures. So SRM is committed towards this holistic value-based education, and we are sincerely working for this transformation. So we could able to see how this education about this human education can bring development towards this human society. That potential we have able to see. So even though the focus is not towards the award, all the efforts which we have made, the efforts, our efforts has been recently recognized and acknowledged by our UHV Foundation for the volunteer contribution for UHV in our SRM. And we have received this certificate, honor of the certificate presented by AICT chairman during our recent UHV conference. So I take this moment to express my gratitude to all the mentors, leaders, and co-explorers who are tirelessly working for this transformation towards the human society. Namaste to all.
Okay, thank you, Didi. So एक दो questions अगर कोई किसी के observation है या कोई comment या कोई questions हैं तो आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं.
Comfortable in Hindi or
Some, but I think somebody will translate. Okay. The question is coming in Hindi.
Yeah.
Didi, you can go back to your first page.
First slide, Bhaiya.
First slide. Any question or observation?
Didi, namaste.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Didi, one question that in the area of universal human value, what the efforts have been taken from the university side, from the SRM university side, for the rural community nearby the SRM university.
Rural community, na bhaiya?
Yeah, yes.
Nice. Actually, through UBA, we have adopted 10 villages till now. At present, we are reaching only to those students and the faculties of those schools we have taken care. We have reached this content to those schools. Apart from that, we have around 38 departments on engineering and technology. Each and every department coordinators are making sure one semester they are reaching to one schools. Because right from the inception, there was a lot of concern. These values, not for value education, is not for the colleges, but for the schools. But we have taken it's for everyone ultimately. So the schools has been taken care, but we are not taken any initiative to take it to the rural families. We have conducted a family workshop for our own faculty members, but we have a future plan to take it to the rural families as well, Baya. So we will be taking that initiative shortly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do SRM is having customized these digital contents for your particular university, or is it available on your website also? You said
Sir,
that every single faculty member is now getting expertised in this field. So is this the contents are customized as per your need?
no, sir, we are not changing any of the content which has been provided by UHV Foundation, because I myself are developing as a potential resource person for this. I could able to see that more than 3.5 years I was traveling in this, but every single proposal, when I'm listening to the next time, I am getting more clarity. So that content itself has prepared in that way. We are not touching any of the content, but we are trying to understand the content. We are trying to see the reality, what they are mentioning. Multiple times we are visiting that. So we are not making any trailer-based content. That content as such has its own potential. We are just trying to understand it. So through past 3 years, every day we are traveling with that UHV videos and trying to understand as it is. But what I am trying to say as a resource center, these mentors who have visited this university, our universities, those recordings are there with us. So those recordings we are placing in our websites, which has been proper resource persons who have taken this content that is there for our faculty reference, for our student reference, that we are kept in the website.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया. So this was presentation 1 from SRM University.
Do such type of courses, no doubt they are good for the human being, making the students and faculty and staff, everyone to be being a good human being, no doubt. But do such courses have the impact on the NIRF university ranking? Some weightage is given by the NIRF parameters. Such kind of courses are not.
Very nice, sir. So recently, our university has gone for this NAAC accreditation. And for the 2 best practices, our higher-ups has chosen this UHV as shown for the one of the best practices for the NAAC. And it was well appreciated by the NAAC team. We have not taken it for the NAAC purpose, but then higher-ups have seen that this is a very good practices we have adopted. And this has been given as a best practices for NAAC, and the external, I have presented this to the external and they have well appreciated this. I don't know how much weightage it is there, but I'm sure this is having a huge impact.
Can you kindly tell me what exactly is this UHV based counseling model adopted by your university?
Very nice, sir. Thank you. Sir, UHB based counseling model is we do have a counselor every department. So each department, we do have a counseling member to whenever there is a issue with the students, they used to come to this counseling. But the counselors, we are, as Bias mentioned, we are the large population. So every department is having around 100 to 400 faculties. So the counseling members as doesn't have any content to discuss with the students. They used to give the counseling based on their own experiences. But say, for example, the students has a problem with the family. Now this UHV has helping me to show them which reality they could able to see. If there is a problem in the relationship, what they need to understand. So now this UHV content is helping us to discuss with the students regarding their problems, rather than we giving our own experiences. Only few of our faculty members who are in the counseling cell has gone through some fast track courses for doing this counseling. Most of the time we are just listening to this content, what students are telling, and we will be sharing our own experience to the students, and we will be just giving do's and don'ts, do this, do that, like that. But after UHV, this we could see this UHV has a solutions for every single problem. Basically, you need to understand your own self, you need to understand human relationship and human nature relationship. So any of the students problem comes under one of these realities. So this content helping us to give more clarity, and the discussion is based on this content. So the content based counseling model has been started. So every single faculty members of UHV counseling, council should go through the UHV content so they can able to have a meaningful dialogue with the students. That was the motto of this counseling model.